To understand the so-called Yao Ming conspiracy, we need to step back to a time when China wasn't exporting athletes, it was exporting ideas. In the 1980s and 90s, while the United States was obsessed with Jordan, Magic, and the NBA highlight reel, China was focused on something else, using sports as a tool for influence. And that's where Yao Ming's story begins. Yao Ming wasn't just tall, he was destined to be tall. His father stood at 7'3", his mother at 6'3". Both were professional basketball players in China. In fact, Yao's mother was one of the tallest women ever to play on the national team. Here's where the theory kicks in. Some claim their marriage wasn't purely a coincidence, but the result of state planning, that the government, through its sports academies, encouraged or even arranged the union of two elite athletes in the hopes of producing a generational talent. It sounds extreme, but remember, China has long invested in state-run sports schools, where children with potential are recruited, trained, and, in some cases, pushed toward athletic greatness. So, was Yao simply the product of good genetics, or was he the product of design? Born in 1980, Yao wasn't treated like an ordinary child. Reports say that from a young age, he was monitored, measured, and trained under the close watch of coaches and doctors. This fits a broader pattern. China's sports system was built on long-term planning. Athletes weren't just developed, they were cultivated. Yao Ming's height, skills, and visibility made him the perfect project. A once-in-a-generation figure who could represent China on the global stage. By the time he entered the NBA draft in 2002, Yao wasn't just a player. He was the player. The Houston Rockets selected him number 1 overall, making him the first international player ever drafted first without U.S. college experience. Instantly, he became the face of China in the NBA. And here's the kicker. His presence opened the floodgates to 1 billion potential new fans. NBA broadcasts in China skyrocketed, sponsorships and merchandise sales exploded. The league's revenue doubled in the region. Whether by accident or design, Yao Ming became not only a superstar athlete, but a massive instrument of soft power, both for the NBA and for China. So, was Yao Ming a government experiment? Let's break it down. The evidence: both parents were elite athletes. Their union may have been encouraged by sports authorities. Yao was closely monitored and developed by the state system. His success dramatically increased China's global influence. There's no hard proof of genetic manipulation. The science wasn't there yet. Tall parents naturally have tall children, and Yao was the extreme end of a possible outcome. Many elements of the conspiracy are circumstantial, built on coincidence and speculation. In the end, Yao Ming's story sits somewhere between fact and myth. Yes, he was the child of two towering athletes. Yes, he was developed in China's state-run sports system. And yes, his NBA career transformed global basketball forever. But whether he was the result of a deliberate government breeding program or just an extraordinary coincidence of genetics and timing, that's a question with no clear answer. What we can say is this: Yao Ming wasn't just a basketball player. He was a symbol, a bridge between two worlds. And whether by fate or by design, he changed the game.